Okay. Thank you, Devi.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. We will just start. I think this will be very interesting demo. I have been researching about this AI and AI testing from last at least like 2, 3 years. And I personally work for Sainsbury's as a lead data engineer, and I actually have done a lot of research because I used to do a lot of automation testing. I think many of you people know. I used to teach automation testing from last 12 years in UK, and I taught like Selenium for at least like 2000 people in my career. And out of this, I really, I helped a lot of people, and there a lot of people are in the jobs, and they're very happy with their jobs. But after that, I myself thought, what is the next that I can do to support this all my students, and what is the thing coming up so that I can, think about. And interestingly, AI came into my mind, and then I actually did a lot of research around AI last 3 years, especially in Sainsbury's. I did a lot of data engineering and data validation and a lot of machine learning and algorithm AI. So, you all know Sainsbury's, right? Uh, do you know Sainsbury's, guys, in UK?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Sainsbury's is what I worked for, and then I actually worked for the supply chain management. So surprisingly, there is a lot of potential in this AI space, and AI itself is very new. And then what I think is a lot of not even Sainsbury's also now investing in testing this AI systems and testing the machine learning models, because they want to implement machine learning and AI everywhere. I think all the companies in UK, almost like 95% companies of the companies who got a lot of data, including Tesco, banking, anything you take in UK, any company, not over UK, in all over the world, all these people are using data as their primary source of truth, and they're using data to do miracles like artificial intelligence, or solving the problem, or giving the suggestions, or identifying the risks, and financial projections. So AI is doing miracles for all these businesses, and business who actually invest in AI are getting a lot of profits, and who are not investing in AI are falling behind. So AI is like, if you don't have AI, you're falling behind your business. So and companies are doing. But while implementing AI, the only problem is people have always benefit of doubt whether is this AI is good. Am I doing correct AI? Are we implementing proper models? And the models are good. I mean, the look likes good. People are like, the lot of third-party companies are saying, okay, do that, you will get a lot of advantage. So everybody want to do AI, but the only doubt that everybody have in the company's mind is, are we really, the people, all this all hype, but is it really AI will help us? Is it AI really, like, this machine learning models are look like they're good, but are they really having a business value? Can they really, example, banking or even trading, can they really give you a projection tomorrow? If I put a shares in Tesla, tomorrow will I get profit or will I get loss? Can this AI predict? They're not very sure, and that's the reason why all AI is up to the certain level, but not they're not able to replace existing any of the business processes, because they're not having trust on AI yet. But that's where the AI testing is coming into picture. So what companies are thinking is, if AI is testable, then they can actually trust the AI, because it's like a model. If you build a model, the model looks good, but can that model be implemented in production data? Can I use that in production? Can I actually, put my data privacy is one of the important. Can I put my example NHS? Can I put my patient records into that? Will it break the GDPR compliance? Or is that giving the outcome? Can I rely on it? Example, if it is saying that gives a goes on some medicine to a patient who is about to die, can we rely on AI by giving the tablets to a person who is about to die? Will that really help us, or will it save, or will it still further go and further damage? people don't have trust on AI. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. Yes. Now 100% we can rely on AI.
Can we rely on 100%? Are you sure?
We cannot
Yeah, we
rely
cannot.
100% on.
Cannot. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we cannot because not sure. So that is the reason why testing is coming into picture. If AI is testable, if a human being is there who actually checks yes, this is good or bad, then we can go and test it. Example, we can do the same patient clinical and we test it on some kind of dummy patient or some kind of predicted patient. If we know that if we give a medicine, we predict that it gives this medicine, and if it is giving the same medicine, then AI is good. If it's giving different medicine, then it's a stop. So we should have an expected outcome. That's called testing. You have an expected value, then get the actual value, then compare. If both are equal, then the AI is good. So that's the same principle what we have to use in the AI as well. Okay. So that's the fundamental, guys. That's the reason why AI testing is like coming very, because people want to use AI a lot, but they also want to make sure that it's in the safe hands. Okay, there's a lot of opportunities for AI testing, and the people are in the game. But in 5 years, you don't need to do anything. Just learn AI testing. Okay, not learn. You come in like you can actually use this as your career. Now, coming to this today's demo, guys. Today's demo. I will be. I think there are a lot of new people join. So maybe I think at one point I will introduce you guys, but it will be nice to nice to see a lot of people. So nice. Okay, guys. So the people who join now, I mean, I am the founder of IT Talent Hub. My name is Sriram Mangajala. You can see me in LinkedIn. I got a lot of experience. So today I worked for Sainsbury's and I got a lot of experience dealing with machine learning models. So just want to put my experience over here and help all of you people to guide on what to do in the next in the career and what exactly AI and I'm talking about beyond AI means testing in AI. If you want to test something, you should be one step ahead of the development. So that's why I want to bring all my experience and my skill to teach you what AI testing is. And this is a demo session only. I will be telling what I will be teaching and maybe a couple of samples of what we are using in, with the help of another AI. So we both will be spending next 1 hour for you to give a complete overview of AI and ML and then how to test it. Okay. I'll keep coming. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I think we'll be discussing about why AI and ML is right now. I'm telling next 5 years, guys, you can lock your career if you are looking into AI and ML and AI ML testing. 5 years is the best career. After 5 years, I don't know what will happen. Maybe sustainability will come, but I think next 5 years, AI testing is future. AI is already last. AI, if you are looking for AI, you are too late. You're looking for AI testing, you're right time. So today we'll be discussing about why we need it, and also we'll be discussing about how to become an AI tester. Okay, there are a few things like you need to understand AI and ML concepts. Okay, you don't need to be data engineer. You can be a AI tester. So you need to understand the basic concepts, and also you need to understand how to test them. First of all, example, it's like example, you are testing a website. You need to understand what is the functionality of a website, what is the technology of a website, what is the language, and how you can test it if you understand the functionality. Similarly, AI is also first, if you know AI, then you know how to test it. We'll tell you how to test it. And the I'll be explaining about the key difference because many of you people are from the testing background. But what is the difference between normal testing and AI testing? If you know that difference, you can apply your techniques. And finally, what are the techniques to use it? Okay, that's what we'll be teaching. And then again, stages, because when you committed that you want to learn AI and you want to use the techniques, but you can't straight away jump into it because AI testing there is some basics. You need to learn the platforms. So you need to learn, you need to have a different level. So that's what you need to learn: manual testing, you need to do DB testing, API testing, then ETL testing, then machine learning testing, and AI testing. This is like layers and layers. So you need to know manual and agile. If you already know it, perfect. You need to know DB and API testing. If you already know, good. Otherwise, you have to learn this. If you don't know how to deal with the data, you can't actually test any AI, because AI is all about data. Millions of records of data will tell us what to do next. Okay, so to handle millions of records of data, you need to know some basics. Like at least you need to know how to retrieve some data, SQL. You need to know what is data modeling. You need to know what is different data types. And you need to know API, because all these machine learning models, how do you see them? It can be a web interface, it can be an API, or it can be a report, but you need to know some basics. Finally, ETL. ETL testing is very important, because even though if you don't know, I mean, you need to know how the pipeline works. And finally, machine learning testing will teach you, like, if you have model, how do you fit into the pipeline? And finally, AI, which is nothing but the next level of this one. And guys, whatever I'm teaching is based on certification. Okay, we are not teaching out of my perception. I mean, people from ISTQB also already thought that AI testing is future. So there is a certification. So all of you who will be joining this course will do the certification, will support them. So you will be a certified AI tester, which helps you to do a lot of SC clearance job, government jobs, because public sector also a lot of invested, even government also in the invested in lot of AI. So you will be a certified AI tester. Yes, Rupa, go ahead. Rupa, you have a question?
We saw your hands up, Rupa. Do you have any questions for us? I think no, Sriram. Yeah, please continue.
Okay. Yeah. So the other thing that we want to discuss about how AI is used for testing tools as well. Okay, there is a concept where we can use AI for existing testing, like automation testing, data generation. We can use AI as our pet as well. Okay, so there are two things. We have a what you call lion, and we have a cat, or a tiger and a cat. So the first part of our training is how do we handle tiger. It's very dangerous. So how do we test a tiger? Second thing is how we can use our cat, which is nothing but AI testing tools to support us. So cat can be, what the cat can support. It can give some, it will help us to identify thieves, or it can do the game, some kind of food. So it's a very basic. So my point of view, there is some part of it, nothing but testing AI. Using testing tools, we can do the AI. Using AI, we can do some testing, like, automation testing and all. But that is all very old, guys. I mean, little bit old. Let's not talk about automation testing. We are in next level world. Okay. Finally, I'll be discussing about what is the course fees and client timings and how to enroll. If you have any questions, we can ask. Okay. Okay, guys. That will be our agenda. I think it will be take at least 1 more hour. So please be patient. But if you are actually not patient, if you have some urgent work, then I just want to, give my, I think I want you guys to at least enroll for us. That's the reason why we need your details to actually communicate back to you, and get any kind of, if you need any further support, we want to do it. So please be, I will be sharing the QR code in the middle when you are asking questions. So please take the QR code and scan and fill the form so that we can be in touch with you. So we use the QR code, and I'll show you in a minute. Okay, cool. About IT Talent Hub, I think most of you know we are from last 10 years doing a lot of trainings across UK, DevOps, testing, full stack development, cybersecurity, Salesforce. So we are doing all IT trainings here, and we have at least 1,500 or 2,000 people as of now who actually been placed. and we have at least 3 people every week. We are we are placing the people in UK. So we have a big success, and especially data engineering and AI testing is our biggest success of the people we are placing. Okay, so even though you are a non-IT background also, doesn't matter. We have a huge success rate for non-IT people, especially students, PSW people, dependents, or British passport housewives are our success, and who already are working, they are getting like contract jobs and better opportunities through us. So we are already helping a lot of people, and you will be next in the list. And coming to our direct clients, even though we are helping a lot of people, we have our own core clients that we work with. We work with the Department of Education. We work with London General Practice, which is like NHS, and we work with test partners who are like a testing recruiting. So we have these are the people who we directly work with, and we have a good relation with our clients. So some of you may be getting into our clients, like people like Leela and Shravan Gaud, and a lot of people have been directly placed through us into this company as a contractor, and they're working for like 2-3 years from now. Cool. Coming to a recent success, you can see here, not only that our existing clients, we also place our students into different other clients. Like you can see here, Ordnance Survey in Southampton, William Hill, Michael Kors, NHS, NatWest Bank, HMRC, and Exeter, IT Parma. This is all our places where my students are working. I'm very proud to say that. And if you're also looking into the coming into the leaderboard, you can just join the course and wait, and we will have a proper career path from starting from just joining the course till you are in the job. This is a career path we set. You will be going step by step. Okay, so this is about our company, guys. Now let us just discuss about this. Okay, coming to this specific AI testing course. This is the target people. It doesn't matter you are a student or anything. Any person, non-IT professional or students, housewives, or even you are working as a tester, automation tester, you can still join. This is our uh, who can learn. Anybody can learn technically, but you need to have at least very good English, very good computer skills, very strong, kind of a knowledge about like IT and all these things. But most importantly, we want your commitment as well. Okay, so I want you guys to commit yourself for next 2 months. That you think that next 2 months you have to think that this will change your kind of time and your career. 2 months, if you think that you spend your time in your life, you will actually see the value of it. Okay, because we will teach you AI, machine learning, and how to test it. So you will be like fast forwarded in your life and career. And after that, once you learn that, we also support in IT placement assistance also. If you are able to get a job also, once you get a job also, we'll take care of you. So we have an end-to-end solution with us, but only thing is you need to be committed at least 2 months for training, and after that maybe 1 month for your placement. So 3 months, if you think that this is not yours and you follow us, this is, we are not doing any magical trick, and we are not trying to put you in a some kind of shortcut. There's no shortcuts in success. We'll teach you what IT market is looking forward. So what people need in UK, what skills they're looking for is what we'll teach you, and we'll give you some experience, and you will be in a place where you will be sitting with the top IT people who, as a team, you will be working with any company. We'll teach, we will we will make you like a very strong candidate, and people will come and want to hire you. Okay, it's not like you go and apply for the jobs. If you have a proper this kind of skill set, people will come and ask, oh, very good, you got knowledge in machine learning, can explain me a couple of models that you tested in past. You explain, and they think they're nice, and they will actually come and offer you. Okay, so this is the course which is where people will come and ask, because no people, especially AI testing, there's no people. If you ask, hardly hundreds of people are there in UK, and the demand is in lakhs. So you should be, if you are ready, people will come and pick you. So that's why this is the very good kind of a career path. And what are the jobs that you will be applying after this course? As I said, ETL tester, database tester, machine learning tester, AI tester, data tester, and data tester engineer. These are the roles. That is where it's a lot of demand. And this particular course is not only AI tester. You can apply any of this course, any of this job, like data tester engineer, ETL tester. Very, very demand, guys. Very on demand. Okay. They want people who can do database, handle databases. So very, very, all of these roles, one CV can fit into all these roles, because that CV will exactly what will have what the course curriculum that we are teaching you. I'll show my course curriculum in a bit. That's exactly why I need your phone numbers. We'll send you the course curriculum. Whatever in the curriculum you put in the CV, because that's what you will learn. That's the source of truth. You learn 10 things, you put that 10 things in the CV, and that 10 things will have these 6 kind of jobs opportunities. Okay, so one shot you are able to apply 6 jobs. Okay, that's the reason why I would request you to just think about in these lines, which is completely a new era of opportunities. Okay, guys, coming to the course curriculum. This is the main, I have the details course curriculum, which is somewhere here. You can see here, this is what I got. I want to send you this in detail, because every topic what we teach is there, like SQL, ETL testing, data migration testing, Azure Data Factory, ML algorithms. So the details are there. I don't want to go to details as of now, because it will take a lot of time. But high level, what we will teach is this. Okay, see my screen. We'll teach you what is AI, and what are the different AI based systems. You need to understand AI based system is not like website or a mobile app. The system, you need to understand what are the different characteristics of an AI system. And whatever we're teaching, guys, is part of curriculum of certified AI ISTQB tester. So whatever we're teaching, it will help for to clear the certification. So machine learning overview. We will teach you what is a machine learning, and what are the different algorithms in machine learning, like regression model and linear regression, and you have deep network, neural networking, and also you have deep learning, and also we have different other algorithms. So you need to know what are the different algorithms. You need to know them. Okay, so the problem that is, no single algorithm can fit all the problems. So there are two things, guys. If a business want to solve a problem, either they use an existing algorithm, or they write their own algorithm, which is very, very difficult. All open AI and chat GPT, this is all open AI. So they're using existing algorithms like linear regression. This is simple example. They use an existing algorithm to solve the problem. Okay, but 99% you need to, the companies use existing algorithms, because it's proven, and you can use Python language to actually deliver the algorithm. But there may be 1% of the companies who don't able to fit this, so they will write their own algorithm. Okay, end of the day, you need to know what are the different algorithms available, and in your company, which algorithm is what your company is using. Then you can be a proper tester. You can say that, okay, very good, this algorithm, but this algorithm is not fitting, which Anna will show you in a minute, the accuracy. Then we say that, okay, guys, there's a bug. The bug is that this particular algorithm is not fit to the purpose. Can we use different algorithm? Then they will go and fix it, and then you will get a better outcome. Okay, so that level of precision is what we will teach you, and you should be like that. You go to the company and say, guys, first of all, before you ask me to test something, tell me the algorithm. Tell me give me the data certificate, like what data labels. Give me the label that you are using, which is nothing but your columns. And can you tell me in these columns how much of what are the key columns? Like you can't use every column as a key column. What are the different key columns? And get the input, get the algorithm. You say, guys, this is all good, but I can tell you straight away there is a bug. You are missing a important a label. This is nothing but you are missing a important feature. Example, gender. Okay, I'll show you an example of a failure. In US, what happened? They used a particular algorithm and it actually said that all the richest people in US are black people. Okay, black males. So what happened? Unfortunately, they did not put the gender as a label in the machine learning model. No bugs are found and they had released to production. I'll show you that example. And then it's always a black males. So it actually did not the ethnicity as well as even the gender is not being part of the machine learning model, which the model will be thought, okay, there's no ladies or no females in America, because that's a AI, that's a bot. Whatever you teach, it will do it. You are teaching that there's no woman in the world, only men. Then you say, all the men, I mean, the richest people are men, because that's the system. So that is the level of precision that we will teach you. That's the reason why you need to know machine learning overview, the data, functional performance matrix, neural network testing, and then AI based testing. So this is all the concepts which will help you to understand this AI system, and especially the testing techniques. So till that you understand the AI system, after that you will actually learn the how to test it. There is something called bias testing and there is something called A/B testing. There's some techniques that you need to know. Okay, so we'll teach you the testing of techniques of it. And finally, this is all good, but how do we actually test it? What environment requirements? Like you need to know Azure Databricks. You need to know that, especially how you can deploy, because you can't, on your local system, you can't run a million records of data. You need to have a cloud, either Azure or AWS, and you need to have some kind of a processing mechanism. So you need to go and recommend your company what to do. And finally, how we can use for AI for testing, which is a small part. And finally, what are the available tools? Okay. So we have a proper curriculum, guys. I'll go a little bit deep in a minute, but this is all is part of my course curriculum, which I had created for all of you. So I want your phone numbers, which is very important. So before I'm going to this, Mamata, can you share the QR code, please? So that people
sure,
can scan it. Guys, for me to give the curriculum, I need your details. So please, can you all scan this QR code for us to get your details, and we will send you the course curriculum in WhatsApp as well as in the email. Okay. So I want you to go in detail before you do it. Can you please scan this QR code? And then fill the details, please, so that I can send you the details. Okay, please scan it and fill it. If you have any problems, let me know.
Sorry, before I was asked, this is Rupa here. I had a question.
Yes, Rupa.
Yeah, to do the certification, do we need to have the foundation ISTB certificate?
Yeah, you need to have the foundation as a requirement.
Okay.
But we will help you on that also. Mostly this course is also having manual testing. If the people are from the I mean, that's why in the course curriculum you have if you're from zero, it's a manual testing. If you don't have, we'll teach you that, and then we will help you in the foundation. Then second level will be this. But yeah, that is the thing. But I think for that also, if you need support, we will do it as a part of the course.
Okay, but you say we need to have that certification first. Foundation is compulsory for this.
Yeah. I will show you the link. Yeah, foundation is compulsory.
Okay. Thank you.
But I mean, I think that should be okay. I mean, like if you're already working in testing, I think it will be easy.
So just one question, Sriram, sorry. Is it our earlier Rupa or you are new?
Yes, Anna, it's me.
Yeah, got it. I'm able to recognize your tone. Thank you, Rupa. Fine, good.
Okay,
Welcome.
you.
Yeah. good.
Yeah.
Our person only, Sriram. Earlier our candidate. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Past student. Okay, nice. Okay, so how is your job, Rupa?
Yeah, great. Learning new things every day. Yeah, now I'm into API testing. So before I just joined as a manual tester, now into API testing. So yeah, learning new things.
Congratulations. Nice
Thank
that
you.
you are learning new things in your job. Nice, good. Cool. Okay. Hope everybody has scanned your QR code. Let us go to the next topic. Okay, guys, coming to the next topic, the certification. So this is the certification, guys. I will send the links in the email as well. So you can see here, whatever we are teaching, please concentrate here, guys, for like few minutes. Whatever we're teaching, it's part of ISTQB. So you all, it's not a mandatory thing, but I wish if you can all take some time out of your kind of your thing, and if you think that you can spend little bit time on this, so this is a certificate, and this is a certificate, and this certification can be done in the home as well. So you can do the exam in the home. So we'll help you to book the whole exam, and we also will help you to get the slots based on your availability. Normally slots are very difficult, but we will get a slots, and you can be in the home. In the home also you can do it, provided you have a proper, like me, like like lighting and your camera and all these things. Hope you all have good computers and lighting, so we can help you to book a exam, okay, which you can do from home. You don't need to come to London or anywhere, and we can help you. And that exam will be around 1 hour. Out of that, you will have 40 questions, and you should be able to. It's all multiple choice questions. But normally, after this course, you will be easily able to clear. But getting that certificate will give you a 1,000 miles of mileage when you're going for the interviews, because in your CV you are saying that you are not only ISTQB tester, but you are a certified AI tester. Means it's a very like one of the top qualification which people which you will get, but it's not easy. Okay, it's not like, don't think that it is easy. For that to complete, you need to know a lot of things, and it is not at all easy for you to understand this machine learning and AI, guys. As I said, it is very difficult, and we are giving you the cream out of it. You have 100 100 liters of milk, but we're giving only 100 grams of cream. So how much of thing that we have taken it out? You need to understand our effort, and that's the reason why if you join the course only, we should be able to tell you. And this is not like you go to YouTube, or you won't get even a YouTube, you will never get proper answer for this, because nowadays YouTube you can get everything. Even though if you want to make a like a biryani, Hyderabadi biryani, you can get it. But what you cannot get in YouTube proper answer is this AI testing. You have a lot of videos and stuff, but it's all theoretical. But people like us will help you to get the certification by help you to having interactive sessions like this. Okay, guys, and then job opportunities for AI testing. Okay, so you can see here I did a lot of research, and this is the cream I'm showing. ETL tester right now, Barclays and Anglian Water is hiring, and they are looking for ETL tester, especially Azure Databricks and Azure Data Lakes. So that is also, we will give you some knowledge on that. So if you know Azure Databricks, Data Lakes, and also a little bit of machine learning, that's enough. So you are not a AI tester, but at least ETL tester also, they have a lot of opportunities. And Barclays and Anglian Water are hiring like very fast, because lot of budget is there for data projects nowadays. Now, data test engineer. So this is what even my wife is working in HMRC, and then they have a big list of 40 to 50 people they're hiring for data test engineer. So who is little bit similar, but a little bit more of, you need to know how to handle data, which will teach you. ML tester, direct. This is like my point of view, this is like a direct recruiting. If you know this, ML testing, straight away AstraZeneca, I know a lot of people, they're like hiring like hell of machine learning tester, because they do a lot of clinical research. That's where the most of the machine learning is going, and US UK also. which is in London Bridge. Coming to Gen AI tester. Okay, Gen AI is different, guys. AI have multiple things. Gen AI is like it generates like images and it generates a lot of artwork, or it generates a lot of data. So it's a little bit. And now they're like, especially even Chat GPT is one of the AI system. Okay, if somebody telling about testing AI is like testing a Chat GPT, then they're talking about login screen testing only when you're talking about one end-to-end application. Example, you got Amazon and somebody saying that testing in Amazon is testing a login screen. Okay, is that enough? If you're testing Amazon and if you test a login screen, is it enough or do you need to do more testing?
More. We need to do more testing.
Yeah. Okay. So login is one of the functionality of Amazon, right? It got hundreds of functionality, right? So example, you are talking about a lot of lot of people nowadays coming and say, oh, if you can test a Chat GPT and then you are a auto AI tester. No, Chat GPT is an interface of AI modeling. So that is not what we teach. We teach you how the actual engine behind the Chat GPT works. So if you can able to test that, outcome is it can be an API, it can be interface, or it can be mobile app, or it can be a like a ETL, like I don't know, Power BI report, doesn't matter. Outcome can be anything, but first thing that you need to learn is how the engine is working, and that's what we will teach. Okay, coming back to this, as I said, right, who can join this course? As I said, anybody who's actually who want to get into big data, retail finance, for them it's good. And also any people who are already in system testing and test engineers can take this course, and who also want to learn the new technology, like AI is always new, so new technology, and also who want to move towards in career growth, especially next 5 years you want to secure a job, you need to have this as one of the skill. And then this is the question where why we need to test AI right now. So why we're talking about testing AI right now? Because if we can see in the examples, this is very good. This is like real examples. Okay, first one. Okay, so this is a failure of AI, guys. AI is, you think that whatever AI you're thinking is just one part. As I said, ChatGPT is 1% of AI. Okay, but I'm talking about corporates who want to give a job, and if you ask the CTOs and CEOs, they will tell what is AI. For them, ChatGPT is a joke. For them, what is AI is, which can solve. Example like this, IBM. IBM had spent 62 million on one particular AI technology, and then suddenly they actually stopped. I mean, they stopped the whole project because they thought it's unsafe. So this is what oncology. Oncology is like a cancer research. So they spend a lot of money on oncology, and then they thought you can use AI to cure your AI cancer. I mean cancer. I think so. But finally they thought it is all good, but it's unsafe. So this is the negative part of AI. You do all these things, but suddenly you lose the trust because they thought it's unsafe to use that model that they developed, and this spot 62 million is gone. Similarly, Microsoft AI chatbot is also failure because it was corrupted by Twitter. So suddenly some Twitter, so it had taken Twitter data and then it got confused itself, and then the whole problem is whole AI chatbot is failed. See, chatbot will work, but the data is wrong. That's what you have to work as a tester. Tesla AI is also one of the instances. I mean, like it's very rare, but they fixed it, I think. But one person died in Tesla road accident in US, where the car was not able to identify 18-wheel truck trailer. Okay, so Tesla, right? So they give all the data, like it had given every possible vehicle in the world to learn how to recognize a vehicle, but suddenly one edge case. So somebody haven't tested properly. They had not given a data of a 18-wheel truck. because they thought maximum wheel is 16. So they had given 4-wheel truck, 8-wheel, 6-wheel truck, 8-wheel truck, 10-wheel truck, 12-wheel truck, 14-wheel truck, 16-wheel truck, and thought that's it. I'm covered all my test scenarios. That's it. Data preparation is important. Suddenly, but they found a 18-wheel truck while on the road and did not recognize that as 18-wheel, and it had actually it's while on autopilot. I mean, I am a Tesla owner. I know how autopilot works. So it actually like it can go turns also. So it might have hit that because it haven't considered the last 2 wheels, which is very unfortunate, but good that they may learned out of it. But it's a life, right? So this is what AI is. People are, and that went into big news. So this is again, and then even Uber self-driving car killed a person, and this is what example I'm talking about. Google searches shows high-paying jobs only to male users. So see here, Google also use AI, and suddenly it was saying that only for male users. So it actually is a failure. Similarly, in US, system in UA based against African Americans. So it's actually have a biased. So bias testing. So normally what happens is if you are not giving the right data, your particular model will become biased, and production also will give a biased outcome. Finally, in China also, it did not identify one person who is a billionaire, but it had failed to identify him, and it thought that that guy is a beggar. Guess how much bad the AI is. So this is an examples. Okay, it's all AI failures, guys, which is there in news. Without news, there may be hundreds of examples. Now, why this is very important, guys. Why a AI system will fail? Why AI system will fail is the main thing is, this is the reasons why the AI system will fail. This is exactly where you all will be fitting into the company. Okay, so I mean, I wish we are working running a consultancy. If you go to companies like IBM, you can go, guys, I can go and fix your problem. Then there's a what you can fix. First of all, as a tester, you are not a data engineer, but as a tester, you are putting additional pair of eyes on top of the AI modeling, and the money that they give is nothing when compared to the failures. Example, 62 billion is just, I mean, it's a big money, but that money, if they give like 1% of that also, you can work for them lifetime. So something like that. So you can tell that return of investment you is very important. What you can do? The biggest fail is unclear business objective. This is called, in a normal testing terms, that's called verification. So first of all, why AI will fail is they don't know what exactly they're getting out of the business objective. Example, the company have, example I'm telling, if a banking, so they want to increase the profits using AI. Okay, that's a very generic. And then if you go detail, what they want to do, they want to cut down some of the cost and increase the revenue. Simple. That is very clear. And after that, when they go in detail, how do they cut the cost? They need to have the data. But if they get the data, example, they're talking about Barclays Bank. If you can see here, Barclays Bank had reduced their working hours. They're cutting this lot of, branches. So they always think, okay, let me, like analyze about branching and staff cost and the infrastructure cost. That's all clear. But the only thing is there may be a gap. For an example, Barclays Bank, okay, maybe still sending the physical statements to your home. And the postage cost, printing cost, and the paper cost is also important. So they may not think about that as a cost, and they ignored it. And they're only focusing on physical branching and call center cost and infrastructure cost. But they actually forgot about printing cost. So that is the reason why if they do not put in the model, you always get recommendations on the branching, but actually you're missing a trick of you are not giving the equal data, the cost of the printing. So the example there itself it is failed. So you're getting a model, but you will never save your cost because your printing cost is never being considered. So that's one example. The second thing is poor data quality. This is what exactly I'm telling. 90% of these models will fail because the data that you give is not correct, because the data cleaning is not done properly. Okay, so this is the reason why where the data engineers will use mean, like mean, meridian, average values, statistical model. This all will come because if you take any data, example, you take the Sainsbury's. You take Sainsbury's sales data. Example, today, right now, because there's a World Cup match, there'll be like millions of beer bottles being sold all over the Sainsbury's. Okay, but this is all good. But the problem is, example, in the beer also, there's non-alcoholic and alcoholic. So if that data is not clearly mentioned, if they do not put that new column called alcohol, non-alcoholic in the beers, end of the day, if they get a report, they will think 99% of the people in UK are alcoholic. So the data is wrong, but they did not consider that there's a new thing called non-alcoholic beer, and they forgot about it. Maybe 20% of these people are drinking non-alcoholic beer. So you get 99%, but actually answer is 700%. So the data is wrong. So example, that is an example. So if you're a tester, when they're considering they see the data, then you think, I think this is all good. You are talking about the alcohol analysis in UK, but you forget that there is a new column you need to add that is called labeling. So you miss a label of alcohol, non-alcoholic drink, because beer also not alcohol. Beer can be non-alcohol. People may forget about it. So there's an example. Now, lack of collaboration. This is very important. If you're not talking to each other, if you need to, it's a typical software development process problem. But for especially with AI, it's more important that you all talk. Like example, these cases. And tester is the very important person. He is the only person who can connect all the dots and bring the people. Because data engineers are like a developers. They can do only their job, but the actual person who can bring is tester. Finally, this is the most important that you all will be how to agree right now is there's no enough skill in AI. Lot of buzz going around, but there's no people. Okay, we want people like you. Take your kind of socks onto legs, put your socks, put your shoes, and come out and get. You should be the talent that they're looking for. Okay, so the lack of talent, lack of people, especially AI. There's not enough people. Lot of demand, guys. If you say if a data scientist, 700, 800, 900 pounds they're giving per day. And testing tomorrow, it will be even more because they want, especially testing people don't know that. Data engineers, maybe by default, they are Python developers, they'll come here. All right, the SQL database administrator will come here. But testing, they always think about manual testing and automation testing, Selenium. But nobody will come into nobody knows what is machine learning, and people are very afraid because the word itself, AI, machine learning itself is very big. Even I mean, if you ask me, if I'm not in Sainsbury's, or if you ask any of my existing students, they're all very good automation testing. If I ask the AI testing, sir, forgot about this. I'm old enough. I can't learn because they think it is very difficult. That's reason a lot of people will not come into this area because they think it is difficult, especially Python programming and all these things. But it's not like that. I can tell you, if you know the concepts properly, like whatever we're teaching, if you can join this course, you will get a different perception and you can be one of that person who is looking for the talent. Okay, guys. I think enough of talking. Maybe I'll just go to a couple of slides and I'll give another way to give me a sample of one of the machine learning model, and we can discuss about some. We can see some some outcome data accuracy and machine learning model accuracy. We'll see it in a minute, but just just give me a couple of minutes, guys. I'll really show you how the machine learning model at the high level. Okay, this is like a really high level. I'm not going in detail. So how a company implements its machine learning model, please check into this, guys. This is really one of the best slides in my whole PPT. How a machine learning model is done. It's a two things. First of all, as I said, the two important parts of any machine learning model. One is algorithm and the second is data. Okay, these are the two aspects for you to build a model. Model is nothing but a software. The outcome of all this effort is to build a model. Okay, this model is what? If the model is correct, nobody can stop you. To develop a model, you need two important things, data and algorithm. Algorithm is something that you need to select and you need to acquire and to implement. And it is not as straightforward. To select an algorithm will take lot of time, lot of thinking. And this is exactly where you need to have a tester so that he can give an advice. What is a good algorithm, bad algorithm as a verification process, not a validation. Validation also will be done. I'll show in a minute. So selecting an algorithm is an important part. But that is only 50% or not even 30%. 70% of the work is getting the training data. So if you have a problem, you need to understand to solve the problem what data I need, and you need to prepare the training data. So having a data preparation is 70% of your work in machine learning model building. Selecting an algorithm is 30, which include Python programming, and this is all will come into picture. I don't want to go in detail. That anybody can do. C#, Java, any program can do it. But you need to have a data and algorithm. Then implementing that is what you can use in your Jupyter notebook and Python, doesn't matter. But this is the business requirement. Finally, when you go to model, then you actually put the production data. This is the usage. Example, I'm talking about, again, clinical research, where I want to predict the mortality of a person. Like I need to know, example, I am in we work TFL as well through one of the NHS client. We need to know the mortality of a tube driver. Okay, and how much is the chance that he can suddenly have a cardiac arrest in the tube. Very important. If you are a high mortality and if you are driving and suddenly you got a cardiac arrest, then you can't, you're risking your life, and the whole, like hundreds of people in the tube are at risk. So there's a data analysis which is done to understand the mortality of a person in the TFL staff. And the percentage, like you need to have very minimum percentage. There's a cutoff that you need to have very little mortality, like very less chance that anything can happen on your health suddenly. Okay, so to happen that you give a lot of data of maybe 2 to 3 years data. Then after that you put live data, and then you can get the live information. You can't you can't put like all the data in training and then you can't put it to production, because for training you need to have some data and then put the data into production. Then you get the actual results, and that results you can send an email to all the customers, all the drivers, and saying that, guys, if you are doing too much of smoking and boozing, please stop it, or you are in a risk, we will take you out of the job. That's a decision that TFL we had given to TFL. That's really one of the best machine learning examples. Now the testing part. Okay, this is the testing part. So where the testing will come into picture, you can see here. Once you have an algorithm, then what happens? The same is a little bit complex data, complex presentation here. Validation of the data. So as a tester, you can do a lot of validations before you putting into the model. And once the model is completed, I'm not directly deploying it. We also tune the model, which is nothing but, okay, is the model right? Again, we use some test data, check the model, check the results, and the testing. See here, this is the testing element of it. We test it here. If you think that it is wrong, again, we evaluate it. Again, go to the algorithm, check the algorithm and check the data, evaluate the results, and again test the model, again test the results, and finally, is all thing is passed. If the testing is passed, then only it will go to the deploy into production, which is nothing but in Azure, whatever it is. Then we send the production data, because you need to have the data. Some part of the data will go for what called model building, some part will go into the data pipeline, which is the production data, and then you get the real prediction. This is called AI. This prediction, we are predicting the future. That's called AI. artificial intelligence we all using to predict your future. That's called prediction. So this is the how from a problem to a prediction, the life cycle, and the testing is there at very important parts. Here we got testing, here we got testing. Testing should be done on algorithm and test data. If any of the data is wrong, then you are gone. Okay, so this is what we will teach in detail, guys. I'm telling you in demo. I don't want, I'm stopping myself, multiple instances to go in deep. Example, this train data and test data, this 2080 count from a matrix. There may be 7080. How do we do it and all these things? I don't want to go in detail, but this is how it works. Okay. Okay, Anna, you want to show something? Guys, I mean, thanks.
Yes,
I think you are all, very patient, guys. Thanks for staying. We will complete as soon as possible, but the subject is so nice. So just wait for maybe 20-25 minutes. I think we'll wrap it up. But I think the most important part of showing you the machine learning algorithm is what I had shown you. But remaining part I will go through quickly. Okay. Okay, Anna, you can show one of the model.
Sure.
And then show me.
Thank you, Sriram. Okay. Sure. So maybe, hello everyone. Once again, I'm Anadra here. I'm also one of the trainer with IT Talent Hub, and here we both are going to take care, especially from my side on the AI training for the initial on the manual, and then again with the AI testing also. Yeah. So just I'm sharing my screen and go through the part. Yes, you are able to see. Yeah, shared my screen. Okay, so basically, I'm going to demonstrate, as Sriram told, initially our main area is collecting the data and handling the data. So we will collect the data, especially now I'm going to show like one of the COVID predictions model. Okay, COVID predictions model, and then the algorithm used and the data set used, how the sequence are followed up. Here, only one thing you don't want to bother anywhere else. I don't know about anything on the programming. I don't know anything on the maybe what is algorithm, what is data set. You don't want to bother. First of all, even anyone are basic for the IT, then even we are taking care, as Sriram said, from the initial, like what is testing, what is software testing, what is the different layers of testing, then only we will go to the AI testing. Okay. Suppose some people are said, yes, I'm already having the basic things. I'm already working. I want only AI also. Definitely here also we are going to ensure from the AI testing. Okay, you don't want to bother. Even we are not expecting you to be learned with Python or anything else earlier. No need, because we have everything is readily available like a skeleton. Here, compared to the normal testing with the AI testing, I can say for the normal testing, it is completely a black box testing where I can able to go through only my, suppose here, if I'm taking about the Amazon application. So just I can go through the Amazon application and then I can able to navigate and check the login is working fine, logout is working fine. Okay, something like that. But here in the AI testing, it's not like completely a black box. Even we will understand something on the conceptual wise, what is happening inside of my application, why the developer is developed this particular model algorithm, and what is the training concepts they are followed up, what is the output, the results they got it, and why they are implemented this logic. Those are all also important as part of our AI testing. So I can say we are empowered on doing this AI testing. It's not like completely a black box, but still you are no need of expecting everything to learn. You can use the concepts and say this is working or not working. Okay, so the initial is, as Sriram told, we are having the data collection properly. Okay, see here we have the clean data. Initially we have the normal data. Okay, the normal data will have even including the error, and then including there will be lot of defects are available. So after we are receiving the data, the cleaning the data is important. Okay, so we need to clean the data with respect to unwanted data we have to remove, because as we spoke, Sriram told, we need to train the model. We need to use the clean data. Then only we are expecting the useful results. Okay, otherwise if you are done with the invalid data, even the model also trained with something which is the wrong predictions. So we should ensure initially to provide the clean data and what is exactly available for the system. Another one thing, even we spoke something called bias. Okay, so ensure that we are not biasing anything. Example, we are doing any of the system, maybe for the predictions of something like a pension or something, but you are not used some of the age category, maybe 40 to 60 age category, something like that, then your system also won't understand if you are using that particular age range. Okay, so we should not use any biased data. So the data set should consisting of all together as per our model training and expectation. So once again, don't bother, everything you will go through during the training. So the initial one is just to collect the data and clean the data and be available with the data. Even we will have the different data set to provide and evaluate. Okay, so here we have one particular model for you. Okay, even just first I will run this one and then we'll go get the remaining by the time. Yeah. So here, see, first of all, yeah, so this is like Jupyter notebook, which has all of your needed stuff for the Python programming, whatever needed. Okay, here, what are all the libraries you are using? Okay, what are all the content you are using, regression logic, these are all the algorithm which we are using. Don't worry, everything you are going to learn during our training discussions. Okay, so what is the purpose? We will understand. Okay, so these are all already executed. And then this is the data set also imported, because whatever I showed through the Excel, we need to import the data set. Basically, this concept is coming from the ETL. Okay, so this is the data. This is the data. So you need to take the data set, then you need to extract the data set for your purpose. Then you need to clean the data set, and then you have to transform the data set to your model. Okay, so that's the reason even we already understood as a test engineer, even we are learning the ETL testing and the concepts, how the ETL is going to happen as part of AI system. I cannot say that too much in detail on the ETL. Still, you are going to learn very good conceptual on the how the ETL system background is happening with respect to the ML system. Okay, so here we are taking the data set, then we are importing the data set for your purpose. Then this will be happening here, whatever you are seeing. Okay, then we are understanding on how our data structures are splitted among into the different categories. Okay, and then even we are going to just understand what are all the content available, and then these are all the details, like what are all the different categories we are considering for the COVID predictions, like breathing problem, fever, dry cough, like that. We are having almost like 21 categories to analyze our COVID predictions. So finally, based on these combinations, we are understanding whether the patient have the COVID or not. Normally, we will say that X, Y. Okay, so these are all we will consider as X, and then the result will be like the Y, and then we will be also going further on splitting the data. These are all the individual category we are able to get it here. See here. Okay, so breathing problem, and these are all just the graph level. For each one, we are understanding what is the percentage, because in the Excel data set, what exactly
can you run the model?
Yes.
And just I think you don't need to go
already
detail.
there. Already there.
Run
Okay,
the model,
fine.
and can you show the data accurate? That figure you got like 98%.
Exactly. I will show it. See? So this is also one of the heat map for the data correlations, like how the breathing problem, what is the percentage. Just I will go through the only main G Sriram. Yeah. So this is on the data correlation, what are all the problem and what is the percentage they have. And here even you are having this particular, see, this is the logistic regression. Okay, these are all the how the model is getting understood on the percentage. See here, if I'm running this model already logistic, just now I have executed. Okay, even if I want to execute also, I need to stop and execute. Okay, so here in the logistic regression, if I were running the logistic regression, I'm getting the accuracy score of 9703. Okay, but we cannot go with only one particular algorithm, because we need to implement multiple algorithms. Then we need to understand which algorithm given the best solution result accuracy. Then that particular algorithm we have to take and implement for our AI model to predict. Okay, ML model to use. Okay, so that's what we are given, like a logistic regression. It is given with this particular accuracy, which are accuracy 9703 accuracy. Okay, and then k nearest value also we are executing, and k nearest value is giving the accuracy of 8310, accuracy of 9836. Okay, and then even we are executing the random forest model. Okay, so here we have, so this particular one. Okay, random forest model. Then random forest model, I'm getting the highest score of 98.38, Whereas compared to the above two, this is the highest score, which one 98.38 is the highest score. So we are also going to implement the random forest model into our final consideration. Okay. So then even here you are able to see, see here accuracy comparison. In this random forest is the highest accuracy. Okay. So then in the comparison, how fast it is executed also, the random forest is having the highest comparison. R score also, the quality of the outcome also, random forest is the highest one. And then mean square error also, compared to the other error also less. This is the less, okay, error is less for the random forest. So everything compared to the other model. So the random forest is coming as the top. Then we are considering the random forest to be implemented and predict our predictions. Okay, if I'm doing the data, then how exactly it should give our final execution. Okay, so now I'm running this one. Okay, see here. Okay, so now if I'm giving this particular one, see if the patient, because this is nothing but that based on the input only, it will predict the patient having the problem or not. Okay, so does the patient having breathing problem? Here I have already converted into the numeric model, so that it will be the equivalence conversion of, see here, enter 1 for yes and 0 for no. So if you are considering the patient having the breathing problem, I will say 1. Okay, then enter. Then the next question, does the patient have fever? Yes, I'm giving fever. Dry cough, yes. And sore throat, maybe I will say something, no. And running nose, yes, I will give. Asthma, no, I will say no. Lung disease, no. Okay, then headache, I will say yes. Okay, heart diseases, I will say no. And diabetes, I will say yes. Okay, tension, yes. Fatigue, something, no. Okay, then gastric disorder, I will say no. Abroad recently, I will say no. Sorry, yes. And the COVID patient recently, yes, he is interacted, yes. So attending any large gathering event, yes, maybe this person attended. Exposed to the public place, maybe you can say yes or no. Working public exposure, yes. Okay, then based on these combinations, it is giving you may affected with the COVID-19 viruses. Okay, please take this particular one, because how it is able to understand and predict based on we are already trained the model with the data set, and we asked the model to understand with the different data set, as Sriram told from the production data set, so that the model is already aware of, see here, if we are given this many combination, okay, then what is the output? Okay, because see here, the model is already trained with the complete on the data set. See, based on this, the model will say yes, this is available or not. So accordingly, it is already trained, and now we are given the new data input, because this is not already available. Whatever now we are given is the new input, but still it is able to predict, because the model is already properly trained with the existing complete data set. That's what the concept of the ML machine learning training the model. Okay, initially collecting the data, first of all, collecting the data and extract, transform, load to purify and convert into as per your needed data set. And even as Sriram told, we are segregating with the 80-20 model, like 80 is for the train and 20 is for the test. Okay, then accordingly it will split and it will be trained also. Okay, then the model is ready for our predictions and output.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Sriram. Any questions, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any questions, guys, on this model?
Any
Because
questions?
this is what example you got to NHS. They'll ask a lot of questions, right? Then finally, it'll give you the prediction. That's what I think. This is what the technical, how technical it will look like. But yeah, I think Vikram have some question for you for this. Hi, Vikram.
Yeah,
You got a
please.
question?
Hello, Vikram.
Hello, I was going through this one. So with your training model, so is this the developer will do it, or is it tester will do this, that training the model? And then we have like 80 to 20 split. 80 will be training the model and 20 for testing. So is like calculating the k value, calculating the what to say, all
No,
those
you don't need to do.
Do.
Only developer will do it.
Will
Okay,
do.
so you treat the model as a black box.
Yeah, for us,
Okay.
we don't see all these things. So it's like, so what we will be seeing it in the testing. So when what another I explained, so he explained a lot of things, a lot of steps. So in that, what we will be doing as a tester and what the developer will be doing it.
So
Actually,
it's like okay, go ahead, Anna.
Yeah, actually, now these concepts we have to understand, Vikram, because even why they are taken the model, that's what I told. This is not even completely a black box testing, but we are not going to develop, as you said, whatever now I'm executed. No, we can use the previously the developer used one, we can understand the model and we can also get these kind of things and then we can execute. We will understand why they are taken this particular model and implement it for our output. Okay, so as part of the test engineer example, if I'm used with the previously, I have the different data set. Now, if I'm using with the new data set, whether I'm getting the expected output or not. Suppose if you want to bias, if you want to keep something else, okay, then the system will be giving the unpredicted output. Okay, so suppose that's what earlier I showed. The Amazon application, it is the direct output. Suppose whatever the displayed product, whether it is available or not, directly we can verify. But here it will give some output. But how the output is valid or not, the tester has to understand from the previous model and the output and how the model is trained. And accordingly, even we need to give lot of invalid input. And then we have to also verify, because the testing is always like a positive and negative input test data. So even here completely I'm saying that everything is no, 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 or yes, yes, it's also what is the output. Okay, so different data set combination here I have to use in the actual result also, and then I have to verify whether the model is working in all the circumstance by giving the proper expected output or not. That is what our exactly
So,
the tester
yeah, so
intends.
I mean, the answer is, yeah, you don't need to do, Vikram. You don't need to go to the code. Okay, the only thing that
Nothing.
you need to do is, as Anna had see, he got 5 different data sets.
Yeah.
And he got set of questions. So input is the data set. Outcome is this. He asked some questions. He got a prediction, yes or no. So
Yeah.
that's the, so one test case is give one very bad data, train the model, and test it. Tests, I mean, go to the questions and predict. You predict that he should not get a COVID, and the model should also say no COVID. And they give one more data set, train the model, and then the second test case is he expect that he should get COVID. Then the answer should get, if you expect a COVID and there's no COVID coming in, then there's a problem is in the code, which is the black box.
The
Okay,
model,
so that
trained
means
model
Then
is
you
wrong.
realize a bug. So, but
so
you
as
never
a
go
AI
into the
tester,
black box.
so as a AI tester, we should understand the data as well.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, maybe
you will be in the training what we are doing. So you will explain us how to analyze the data, how to understand the data, and all those things.
How to create the
exactly
data sets.
data
Exactly.
Okay.
sets. Yeah. How to create the data set, how to understand the model, just how they are taken the value, and because some basic knowledge is needed, Vikram, not too much in detail.
Yeah.
Okay.
So because your developer will give you a model, okay,
Yeah.
you need to test it. So you need to run it, test it, and only, as Anna said, maybe you need to create some data sets and check the outcome. So input outcome.
Different.
But the thing is, because we need to do early testing, we can't wait for complete project to finish in production. So they may give you this Jupyter notebook. You should be able to run it. That's what Anna is saying. The basics you need to know.
Okay.
How to run one model. Okay.
Yeah.
Because some value is displayed, what is that, why that value is displayed, that's one we want to understand as a common person. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So in some cases, because that is one way. Some cases, guys see my screen. You can see here the same thing. What was Anna shown. In some companies, they don't even give you the model, but they'll give you the outcome on a web application. For an example. Okay. See here, I got an example of a web application. It's similar to the. It's not COVID data set, but it is that mortality data set. So this data set, what it is having, the outcome is in the web application, not in the Jupyter notebook. So
No.
what I do, I can simply go and here you can see here, for an example, if it is a 91-year, then I would expect that it's simple, common sense. If it is 91 years, when compared to 20, there's one guy called 29 years. So I'll go to this and I'll go to this, open two things. I expect that 93 years guy should have a high mortality rate, and expect that young guy should be having a less mortality rate.
Okay.
Okay. And then you can see there is some other details. I don't want to go in. That's the domain. You can actually have some other things, but the later we can discuss. But you can see here the testing is, we expect that young guy should have less mortality when compared to the 93-year-old. And now the model is working fine. It is 23 and here it is 3. Example, it is reverse. Then no point, this kind of application should never go live. Example, your 93 is, 3% and 29 is 29, then means the underlying engine is a problem. So that's that we have to test it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, okay, guys. So now I think just we're running out of time, so I'll be quick. Maybe in 10 minutes we'll finish. So what are we had seen here is all about machine learning and AI. Now, what we will be how to test this. To test it, there are two things. First of all, you need to gain the skills. To gain the skills, this is what we will teach. As I discussed, manual testing, agile. If you don't have any IT background. DB testing and API testing, because you might have seen that you need to deal with data sets, creating data sets and Excel sheets. It will take some SQL skills, ETL testing, machine learning testing, and AI testing. So this is what we will teach. And what are the inside that? What are the different? I mean, like what is that? What are the different steps after learning this? What do you do? Just simple. First of all, for any AI testing, first of all, you need to have test objectives, like test plans. Then you need to have a test data preparation. Very important. Maybe in normal web testing, mobile testing, you don't need to worry about. You can route some random data and you can test it. But here, as I said previously, you need to have the test data. Finally, you need to have the metrics. So once you give the data, you need to know how to test the. It is not only that, just a couple of random testing you have to do. You need to test some metrics. As I said, accuracy, data accuracy, and those kind of things. You need to test it. Finally, you need to test the outcome of that particular prediction. So that prediction also you need to test it. So and identify the test. I mean, what is the test objective? Creating the test data, testing the model, okay, for the accuracy, and finally testing the model for its own accuracy, like how accurate it is giving the results. So these are the high level steps in your AI testing. Now, apart from that, you also need to do some non-functional testing, like especially from testing point of view, you need to test the non-functional, like performance. You can see here the random forest. What Anna had shown is brilliant. One is random forest, and one is K
Nearest.
yeah. These two models are
Nearest.
almost good, but the performance of one is random forest very high. Means it's quick, because even algorithms will take some time. So you need to test the performance, because it can't be like you can't put a million records and it'll take 10 days to get a outcome. There's no point of doing it. So the performance testing is required, security testing is required, and also security is very important, because that's where the GDPR and all these things come into picture. And also release testing. So whatever you're testing internally is different, but after deploying, also you need to do some smoke and sanity testing. Okay, because on production data is also, that's where the actual real thing works. Now, there's some testing techniques, guys. I don't want to go in detail, but this is all part of your thing. So there is something called A/B testing, bias testing, a pairwise testing, and then data poisoning. Very important, because sometimes if you are, as I said, black people issues because data is poisoned. So there is some techniques. This is all part of techniques, guys. I mean, like maybe I think I'm running out of time, but there are some techniques, very beautiful techniques that we will teach you. And the techniques will actually you can apply. It's not like one global rule. It's not like, even for manual web testing also, there are different techniques, like black box testing point of view. You can have different things like equivalent partition and boundary value analysis, like that also. Here we have something called bias testing and robust testing, and we also have pairwise testing, back-to-back testing. There's different testing techniques which is specific to AI models, which is what we are happy to teach you. And this is all also help you to get the certification cleared as well.
Everything whatever now we are showing, and the subject and the syllabus also related to the ISTQB one we are following. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, guys. So that is the end. So exactly, I'm on time for 2:30. So the one last thing I want to tell you is, after the training, just one telling, this is all part of training, guys. But you will actually get real value when you do a project. So we also do one project after the training, which is the complete, as of like we give a little bit more real live project, and you will be testing that, and you can actually do one live project after your training, and that also the same project you can use in your CV and your thing as well. And we also will do we also after the training we'll do an assessment like mock interviews for all of you, and then after the mock interviews, then we will actually do a placement assistance service, which is nothing but finding a job for you. Okay, after all, this is training, but after that, a new chapter will start called placement assistance service, which I will discuss in detail after you complete the course. But after your completion course, we will do a assessment on each and every person. If you're up to the mark, then we will offer you a great placement assistance service. If you're not up to the mark, we'll again put you in training, and then we'll ask you to come back to us. So there is a small algorithm for us as well, for us to put you in the placement, because only the serious people will go into the placement assistance. So I want you to take this seriously, so that we can offer you a placement assistance service, which is like creating a CV, applying for the jobs, doing mock interviews, and then setting up some interviews. As we said, we have a lot of information about the jobs going up, but that all we will discuss in detail. We will support you till you find a job. Okay, but there's a small gate that you need to cross, that's called assessment. So after this, even you can do the certification, and after certification also, if you don't do certification, either way, we will do an assessment, internal assessment of your skills. Like I will do some mock interviews, and we will check where you are. And if you're really good, straight away we'll support you. If you're not good, we will support you to get the skills upskill again. For example, some concepts you're not able to concentrate, we'll give a second chance for you to go to the course, and there is no third chance, but sometimes we will put you back.